Good morning students. I am really super excited to be here just for you. This is Gopal from Department of Chemistry, Bharadasana Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Today we are going to see 10th Chemistry, 9th unit, and today's topic is types of solution. We already know different types of solutions based on the state of the solute particles and solvent. The state may be solid, liquid or gas. By the difference of states, different types of solutions we already seen that. And today we see the types of solution based on the solvent used in the solution. So, we can different types of solutions decided by based on the physical state of solute and solvent, and based on the types of solvent, and based on the amount of solute and the concentrated or diluted, whether the solution is present in concentrated or diluted form. By based on these types, we can differentiate the solutions. Today, we will differentiate the solution based on the types of solvent present in this. The solvent, whether it may be water or an organic solvent. The water is an universal solvent. You already know that most of the chemical reactions involve the solvent act as a water medium. So, the water generally dissolves all the types of salts, and for another types we can see aqueous solutions and non-aqueous solutions based on the types of solvent present in this. If the solution containing organic solvent means it's not a aqueous solutions. The aqueous solutions differs that only the solutions contains waters. So, we can differentiate the solutions into aqueous and non-aqueous. So, solutions, it contains the dosage or ingredients, if it act as a water means it is aqueous solutions. If does not include the water content, it is non-aqueous solutions. So, two types of solutions we have, in which aqueous solution, the definition for aqueous solution is in which the solution contains solvent as water. And for example, sodium chloride solution. Sodium chloride solution is prepared by NaCl salt, crystalline salt dissolved into the water. When dissolved into it, it can form NaOH, sodium hydroxide solution, and HCl, hydrochloric acid solution. So, both the solution mixtures is formed in this, both are in a liquid form, L, liquid form of solution is obtained. So, in which the dissolving medium is water, so it is called as aqueous solutions. The word aqua is derived from the liquid water. It mentions the water molecules, so only the solution is called as aqueous solutions. And if we do not use the water as solvent means, that type of solutions called as non-aqueous. So, this is the second type of solution. One of the example for non-aqueous solution is when you take oxalic acid to dissolve into ethanol. You note on matter, the oxalic acid molecular formula is COOH twice. COOH and another COOH, double acid groups will be present in this. This organic compound will not dissolve into the water medium. So, because water is an inorganic medium. So, when it is dissolved into the organic solvent ethanol, it can completely dissolve. So, organic solution is prepared in this. These type of solutions are example for non-aqueous solutions. And based on the amount of solute, present in this, we can differentiate the solutions into saturated solutions, unsaturated solutions and supersaturated solutions. So, there are three types of solutions. One is unsaturated, and next one saturated, and the third one supersaturated. So, there are three types of solutions is here based on the amount of solute present in this. For example, let you consider the sodium chloride salt. It's normal kitchen salt, sodium chloride. When you take only 30 grams of sodium chloride salt, it will completely dissolve into the water. The water amount is 100 grams of water. To find the solubility, always you want to take only 100 gram of water. So, in 100 gram of water, 30 grams sodium chloride completely dissolves. So, from this we can find the solution needs more sodium chloride, because the solubility of sodium chloride is 36 gram in 100 ml water. So, let us see, if you dissolve accurately 36 gram sodium chloride into the water, means it can form saturated solution. So, unsaturated solution is nothing but the solution is unsatisfied, unsaturated, and the saturated solution means the solution gets satisfaction. So, it is the saturated solution. So, 36 gram amount of sodium chloride is completely dissolved into the water. And the last one is, if you mistakenly dissolve 50 gram of sodium chloride onto the solution, means what will happen? In 100 gram of water, the 50 gram of sodium chloride salt will not dissolve, because the solubility of sodium chloride is only 36 gram. So, remaining the 14 grams of sodium chloride will not dissolve into the water. So, what happened for them? They will completely settle down in the bottom. So, it can obtain as a precipitate. So, these type of solutions are called as supersaturated solutions, because the solution gets more saturation. So, it gets a supersaturated solutions. Today you can know different types of solutions. For example, the saturated, supersaturated and unsaturated solutions. These all are based on the amount of solute present in the solution. And before that we see two types of solutions based on the solvent we use it. If you use water as a medium, it is aqueous solutions. If you do not use water, it is non-aqueous solutions. So, see this, these are the contents in this. Based on this, the examination, they can ask the solubility of sodium chloride. What is the solubility of sodium chloride? It is the main question, in which the solubility of sodium chloride is 36 gram of NaCl. If you dissolve 30 gram of NaCl in 100 gram of water, what type of solution is this? It is the question. In this question, you can answer it as it is a unsaturated type of solution. So, these are the questions based on the topic. Good students, based on this, you can see some experiments. It denotes that the saturated and supersaturated and unsaturated type of solutions. Different types of solutions, you can take an experiment. First, I take a conical flask. Into the conical flask, I put the sodium chloride salt. Here, first I put less amount of sodium chloride. So, more content of water I add into it. So, after the dissolution, it can attain the unsaturation, because more amount of water needs more salt, but the salt level is minimum and low level. So, it is unsaturated. But if you add accurately 36 gram of sodium chloride, means it can form a saturated solution. and supersaturate means if you add another more amount of solute means it will not dissolve and will settle at the bottom as the precipitate. Let us wait and see here. The salt particles will not dissolve and will settle at the bottom as the precipitate. Now, you see the white color precipitate is present in the solution. This precipitate denotes that the solution is supersaturated solutions because it attained more saturation. So, it cannot dissolve the another solute particles onto the water. But this type of solutions are aqueous solutions because we use water as a solvent. But another type of solutions also present, that is non-aqueous solutions. For example, if you take organic compounds, for example oxalic acid, its molecular formula is COOH and COOH, COOH twice. It contains the carbon, you know, so it is an organic compound. The organic compounds will not dissolve into the water. They can be dissolved into the organic solvents. So, for that purpose, now I take organic solvent ethyl alcohol. It contains the molecular formula C2H5OH. It contains the carbon, you know, so it is an organic solvent. Likewise, you can use another alkali solvents. It may be acetone, acetic acid, carbon tetrachloride or ether. That all the chemicals are organic solvents because like the water, these solutions also can dissolve the salt particles. It can have the ability to dissolve the salt particles. Now, I add a small amount of ethyl alcohol onto the salt. And see what will happen. It dissolving the salt particles. So, you can see the ethyl alcohol completely dissolved the oxalic acid salts. So, organic salts only dissolved in the organic solvent. So, this type of solutions do not contain the water as a solvent. So, these solutions are not aqueous solutions. The solutions are called as non-aqueous solutions. So, based on the solvent, we can differentiate the solutions into aqueous solutions and non-aqueous solutions, whether we use the water or not by the basic concept. And then we can differentiate the solutions as it into three types by based on the amount of solute present in this. The solute will be in less amount means it forms unsaturated solutions. The moderate and accurate amount of solute can form in 100 grams of water, it forms saturated solutions. If you take more amount of solute particles onto 100 gram of water, it gets supersaturated solutions. Let in this you can know the solubility means you can easily prepare the saturated solutions. Every salt has the solubility. If the salt, how much amount of salt dissolve in 100 grams of water, that amount is called as solubility of the solute. So, every solute and salt particles contains a particular solubility grams. Accurate solubility grams of salt is dissolved into the water means then only you can prepare a saturated solution. So, these type of solutions are today's concept. Thanks for making time. Thank you.